Hey, bye. Oh, Corey Worthington. That kind of lip posh. Hello, it's episode 3 of 2026 of the Hook, Riff and Banger podcast. I'm Jess.
I'm Dan.
We're upstairs at the Bendy. We've snuck behind the drum kit, but neither of us know how to play. Today's episode was really fun. We finally got to chat to Vvarp. We had the whole band on the couch, which is a real treat. Conversation got a bit railroaded, but it was quite fun.
Yeah, we ended up talking about Tim and Eric for a bit at the end there. And Corey Worthington, watch out for that.
Yeah.
But they're really cool people, really work well together, and we get to talk about that. That's really awesome.
Yeah, their album came out last year in August, and they released it at a launch in Jan, and it's an album that just keeps growing the more you listen to it. So I think you're really going to like this episode.
They have a show coming up on the 4th, Easter weekend, the 4th of April at the Last Chance. So check them out there. They don't play that often, and it's always a treat to see.
Yeah, so you got to take every chance you can get.
But cool episode.
Great job.
Great job. No, that was perfect.
No, we're keeping that in. It's a Tim and Eric reference.
That's Tim and Eric. Great job.
Tim and Eric, great job. Is that close enough to my face? No? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, they're not just props.
No, these are real. Yeah. Oh, yeah, please. Hook in.
Can't believe you cracked the prop cans. What are you doing? This was a test.
She's full of arsenic.
What are my collectible cans? One of them is.
Look what you've done to them.
Hello, we're sitting on the couch with Vvarp today. We've got John, Scott and Claudia. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we've wanted to chat to you for a while, so I'm really glad that we finally had the time work out.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Can you tell us, before we start asking you about your album, can you tell us a little bit about your roles in the band?
Yeah, I play bass and I do vocals.
I drum.
I play guitar and also do vocals.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where your album's been out for a little while now. Can you tell us about how that's been, how it's, as a process has been, what the release was like?
Yes, I will do that.
Hard to delegate.
Well, it came out in August last year, and it was, I think, well received. I didn't get any big emails worth of complaints sent to me, which is good. I think that's positive. And then we played the album release show at the end of January, and that went well, and we sold out of the records that we have, and kind of figuring out what to do now, basically.
Yeah. That's good.
And no hate mail, which sounds nice.
Yeah, it's it's very different for me. Normally I get a lot of hate mail.
Yeah. You got to base the reception of a record based on how much hate mail you get, not how much love you get.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good measure. Power Held in Stone. That's the name of the album. What was the writing process like for you guys? What does it normally look like when you head into the studio and work on a record?
Yeah, I feel like this album was definitely like a bit more collaborative than the first one. I think with the first one, it was like John had this idea of this band that he wanted to do, and he had these riffs. But then because we'd already had this album, we kind of came together with the second one, and we all kind of had a bit more like input, I suppose. And so I think it sort of reflects maybe more of like a variety of like genres that we're into. So yeah.
It was a lot more long-winded as well, I felt, like in terms of building the record as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, we took our time. Like, we did take our time with the first record, but that was kind of not our choice, I guess, in a way. Just
lockdown.
Lockdown and stuff. So, but like, I guess that's always been somewhat the strength, is that we've really meditated on the building of that record, especially this one. So
yeah, like we demoed it to death.
Yeah, we did.
Before we went to the studio.
Yeah.
I broke my ankle, so like I got quite into doing demos at home with everyone, and so yeah, it was kind of a positive of that kind of weird situation.
Yeah.
Having a broken ankle and not being able to go up and down the stairs. So.
So that, I guess that forced you into a different process. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think we probably had to be a bit more like honest about like what was working, what wasn't. If you're just like living with these demos a lot, I think. You know, I think also because we knew what happened when we went to record the first one.
Yeah.
And we hadn't like planned out the vocals enough.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Wow, this is actually way harder than we thought it was going to be." So we paid a lot of attention to that sort of side of it, I think, this time.
Yeah, because neither of us had done vocals before, like in a band. So we were kind of like going in blind the first time. But I think, the second time we definitely felt like we had a better grasp on what we were doing. Yeah.
It didn't help that we made it like really complicated for ourselves by being like, oh, we want to both be singing at the same time, but we also want to be singing different notes.
Yeah.
Obviously you have to be in tune, and it's like a whole thing. Yeah.
Just learning, like lots of learning in that as well, considering the first record as well from that as a band, as a collective group as well. I feel like the first record, it was kind of a bit more flowy, and then this one was, like Claudia said, a lot more collaborative, and there's a lot more development in that. But
I think we all were pretty into the concept, and we were kind of like building it around this concept that we had for the record as well.
Yeah. And having so much time between the first one and this last one, building ideas and putting them all together, breaking ankles, doing things in really hard ways and figuring them out from there has just built you up to this next release. Yeah, it's pretty impressive as well, like having like a full 10-minute track on there, which is sick. I think when the average track length is 6 minutes or something like that. Yeah.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah, mine too, actually. It's pretty epic.
I was glad we got to play it at the launch as well.
Yeah.
That felt really cathartic to play that at the end.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's cool that you all agree that's the favorite track. Was that the best to play live as well as on the release, like favorite track?
I think, well, for me anyway, it's like I found it the most challenging, like especially vocally. But I felt like it went well, and I was happy that we were able to play it, and I think it's a good outro as well.
Yeah.
So.
But also like when we did play the album live as well, there was all like a bunch of other stuff, like first time kind of like John and Claudia had these, what are they called?
In-ears.
Yeah. And like we're also using the sampler and taking the samples from the album to be in conjunction to make the set like this whole streamlined thing. So there was a lot of like new things that kind of were in there. So that made it a little extra scary, I felt as well, especially playing with cues and kind of stuff like that. So although, it is, I would say, my favorite song also, but it was definitely when we got to that point of the set, it was like, far out. So scary, but fun.
Yeah, it's not like full click track experience or anything like that, but it's definitely a lot more complicated than just like rocking up and turning on an amp and like screaming. So again, doing things a really hard way to get through it, and now you know for next time how to get through
learning.
it.
Exactly. Constantly learning.
Yeah.
I love doing things the hard way, as you all know. I think
that's the way it
every time it's like, oh, I've got an idea, but it's complicated.
I think after the first one, we were like, okay, next time we really got to simplify the vocals, and then we're like way more complicated.
That's awesome.
Do you find it more rewarding, breaking through that kind of challenge? Like, because just the way you're talking now, you don't seem like the kind of people to be wanting to go easy for the next release. It seems to have like stepped you up, whenever you're writing in the next phase. Yeah, I feel like you guys might keep going into challenges. Is that something you might agree with?
I think so.
I
think so.
Start with the hardest thing, and then you're prepared for the easy stuff so much faster because you've already done it.
It is fun.
Mm.
Like, it is fun to do.
I
do it because it's fun. Mainly.
Can you walk us through the process, just in like a bit more detail of recording, the collaboration, who brings in the ideas for these demos? What did that look like, and how did that compare to the first album?
I can start with this one if you like. It's not like it's not always the same. I think that's kind of what we've realized, and like Claudia said before, the first one, I had a bunch of ideas, and then we kind of got in a room and then hashed it all out and like extended it and like made the actual structures. But this one, I think there was like a couple of things that we had left over from like really early demos, and then we kind of built it together in a room. And then like one of them, like Claudia had like basically like most of the structure sorted out, and then Scott and I kind of like filled in extra bits. And and then like maybe one of them was like I'd kind of written most of it at home, and we kind of fixed it from there. So it like we're saying, it is kind of collaborative, and it does kind of change. And I think that is it's important to do, because to sort of like say that there's one way to do this stuff is like gonna for us at least, it's like it's not how it is. I think it keeps you challenged. I think is important.
Yeah.
I think it's also important to just try new things a little bit as a band.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that comes with the territory, I guess.
I guess also like what we were listening to as well as a group, as well as we were very in line with each other in terms of what we all liked, obviously. But like we were taking like little bits and pieces from things we were listening to, and kind of like there was a lot of times at practices where we were like talking about what we were listening to and what we liked. And I feel like the Alpha record was like a big one as well that kind of came into the fold a lot because of that particular first record and how weird that record is as well. And obviously that's just like one part of many influences that are in that, but still I feel like I feel like every practice there was always some sort of discussion about a record or a few records that we were listening to collectively that kind of helped in the building of that too. So
I think so. I think
for sure.
we talk about music and movies a lot.
True. Movies was a big one, eh?
Yeah.
What are the kind of movies that might have influenced this release?
Well, I feel like also like you went away as well, and
I did go away to the UK and looked at a bunch of old rocks.
Wicker Man.
Yeah, Wicker Man, Midsummer, and that sort of like folk horror vein of things.
Focus on that.
Yeah.
All that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think we got in pretty deep on the folk horror side of stuff, and kind of could see like a cool parallel between stuff we wanted to do and how that genre kind of works. And just like kind of the vibe kind of felt like it lined up with what we liked about, our music, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think before then we all liked a lot of, your classic hipster A24 like horror stuff. And, there's a reason why there's two V's instead of a W. And we really like the movie The Witch, and it's kind of like stylized in the same way. So I think, when we first all got in a room together, one of the things we bonded on over, other than like doom metal, was like the sort of movies that we liked. I think it's a big part of the band, really.
Yeah, for sure.
How often are people calling you Vvarp instead of Warp?
Like every show.
Yeah.
And it's like the weirdest thing to explain.
Vvarp,
Which also sounds pretty sick.
Has that black metal sort of steez to it, I guess.
True cult.
I just didn't think it would be this thing that I'm like constantly
Correct.
explaining.
Turmoil.
It's my fault.
Again, doing things the hard way.
You can always start, bringing them closer together. It'll turn into a W. It'll correct itself at that point. Just on like
when we first started, there was like no other band that we could really see that was called Warp, right? And then all of a sudden, after we'd probably even recorded the album, this other band came out with an album and they were called Warp, and I was just like,
it's the second time that's happened to me.
Yeah, you got to kind of change it. There was also this other band called Warped, and we wanted to make it seem different to that as well.
Yeah,
some people
for sure.
actually thought it was this. I've had people say, "Oh, is this the same band?" I'm like, clearly not.
No. But Claudia and I were in this other band that did play a show with them at one point.
Yeah, we did actually.
Oh, wow.
To make it more confusing.
Yeah.
So Warp and then Warped on the same lineup.
No.
No,
the previous band.
Prior to that.
Yeah.
Should get all three of those bands together on the same lineup. See what happens.
Duke it out.
Yeah.
Style.
Battle of the Warps. Yeah.
There's only one survivor.
There will only be one. I would go to that competition.
Sounds cool.
Yeah,
Band
actually
scene
sounds
fight
sick.
more.
More fighting, you reckon?
There's enough fighting.
We're gonna lose.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love that the topic of movies being a heavy influence comes into this because, I mean, it's not surprising now that you've said it, but the video clip that you released, which is very, very Scott coded, I think.
It was his idea.
I love it.
Yeah.
You know, that very 80s, 90s VHS, old school recording. It's pretty incredible. Tell me about how that idea came about.
I guess the main concept for that idea is like you're at your cool uncle's house in 1998, and he's got like a soul patch and like a flannel shirt. He's got like Chris Cornell posters.
Yeah, I was gonna say obviously.
Obviously.
And then like he's got like VHS tapes, and like he's doing the dishes or something, and you're like, I'm bored, I'm gonna watch some stuff, and he's got like he's taped over some like weird cult recruitment kind of tape, and that's like basically what the tape is, with like weird glitched out artifacts from the actual song. Basically, that's what we were going for, I think.
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, you nailed it. So I remember when one or both of you popped up some videos of you recording the video, and like everything was very subtle and blue. You weren't giving too much away. And I was like, this is going to be very cool. But then when the video came out, I was like, yeah, I feel exactly that. I'm at the video shop and I've physically chosen to put something on, and then my mind is blown because it's this, soul patch uncle with a flannel video collection. That's this very haunting doom that just keeps going and going. Yeah, it's incredible. And you all collaborated on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
These guys are big on the video stuff. So,
like after we like did the video itself, like we spent a lot of time, because I inherited all this like old TV studio VHS gear stuff from eons ago when just had all this stuff. So we were like kind of working through mixing and glitching and sort of, degrading the quality, like 2 VCRs, one in the other, one records, one plays back, and then you keep like churning and remixing till it's like desired effect. And so like, you get that kind of good cultish quality where it's like, it's been sitting in a room for years, and it was a lot of fun to sort of make that. And that also the same thing of like the collaboration of us as a band, not just musically but artistically, because obviously everything that we do as a band is all us. Like Claudia made the artwork, the shirts and everything, and all the visual graphic aspects of it, and then there's like the video aspect of it and all these things that kind of come with us as a band collectively, which is really fun. That's how a band should be in my eyes. Yeah. And that's a lot of fun. It's, making that video was really fun. It was like intense because like I felt like I hadn't really made a video like that where, you had to mute all the drum pads and shit. And there was like parts of times when I was watching back the film clip, I'm like worried about, that drumming doesn't look real. I'm like worried about this thing, but then obviously it's just in your own head and stuff. But it's so weird to sort of take it from that context to making a video and then it translating the music that way. So it's a weird experience, but it was fun. And it always is fun.
I really love the collaboration, like of all elements, and it seems to be pretty equal parts. And I want to ask maybe to you, Claudia, how you were influenced with the art that you make for, I guess, the covers. You do shirts as well, like merch and things like that. How does that work? Are you basing your ideas on the music, or does it influence the other way around?
I would say I based it like on the music because we had this this pretty clear concept of like the imagery like that we were like singing about, and like this sort of folk horror idea. And so I was definitely like inspired by that. I mean, my own illustrations generally have like a sort of like occulty, esoteric sort of influence anyway. So it kind of like just kind of like came together naturally, I suppose. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's a question that we've asked a lot in the past, because we find the the answers do vary, but it's always so fascinating on whether, the record's written and then the inspiration's drawn from that. But we've heard the other way around as well. And it's always just, really cool to hear about how the process goes.
Yeah.
But because you're all involved start to finish, from video clips to the artwork to the music itself, you're so involved in everything. And you can definitely tell how much love goes into all of these projects and to all of these releases. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Translates
Thank you.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's like just talking to you now, and I guess the feeling is it's all cohesive, but it's now confirmed. Like having that chat.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because there's one thing to watch a band and then, see their shows and listen to the record at home, but to get a tiny bit more of an insight is really cool because you can see the passion throughout every time you play and then all the releases that you bring out.
It's always my
Yeah.
favorite thing about a band.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, I need to see that aspect of them. And that's when I fall in love with bands more so because of that.
Mm.
They need to have that believe in it type
Yeah.
of feeling.
Yeah.
I need to be able to believe in it too if they believe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also really love bands that have got kind of, their own kind of sense of identity kind of like, established and they all kind of understand it as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like that's what we're trying to do a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
The album launch show was among some pretty incredible bands and friends and just great people in general. How was playing that show at Shot Kickers compared to any other show that you've played before? Obviously playing some of these really big tracks for the first time as well. What was that like compared to other shows?
It's a hard one. It's a hard one.
Just knowing that this is it, like we're launching the album,
Yeah.
I feel like somewhat also because we don't play that often,
Yeah.
there is always kind of like a bit of a, not anxiety, but just like, we're like, it's like a first time constantly a bit.
Yeah.
Like that sounds really mean, but
No, it's true.
No, yeah.
it is. Like it's sort of
It
like we're
is.
like re-preparing ourselves for something.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's kind of like every time, it is kind of trying to, I can't even like fathom
Yeah,
it. Like,
they're all
but you
a big
understand what I'm
deal.
saying.
Yeah, I
Like, it's
do.
like,
Yeah. And
hard to describe.
that's why it's always a treat seeing you as well, because you don't play that often. And whenever you do, it's always like, oh, well, I've got to go to that, obviously. They're playing. But yeah, among some pretty cool bands, and I'm sure lots of great people in the crowd as well, it would have felt pretty special, like launch the album.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
nice to finally reach it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were, sorry.
No, you go.
I was going to say, like, we probably recorded the record almost 2 years before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it just took so long to kind of all come out, essentially.
Yeah.
We take our time.
Whoa.
Just that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It didn't take that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were waiting for the records to arrive is like a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes ages.
And
Yeah.
I think we didn't want the record to be out digitally without the actual
Yep.
records
Mm.
there.
Makes
So
sense.
Yeah.
it's kind of why it was delayed. really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that also adds the tension of like, we've got to wait to play, we've got to wait for this show.
Yeah.
And so, it makes more sense as to why it was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Mm.
Again, it's like the whole thing of making it more complicated. Which we love to do.
What do you do in those moments, like while you're kind of waiting when there's something just sitting there waiting to go? How do you get through that?
I complain.
You
Complain
just
to
need
people
to
around me. I'm like,
sometimes.
this is annoying.
Yeah.
People around me are sick of hearing about it.
Complain, get grumpy, all that stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm not really sure how else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and fill my time with other things, I guess, till it's time.
I think everyone is busy with lots of different things
Yeah.
rather than just being like, well, Warp is the only thing that we
Mhm.
do. We
Yeah.
all do lots of different stuff. So it comes around when it needs to, I think is how it really works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, that's a good point because you're all part of different bands and projects,
Keep
which are
ourselves busy.
awesome, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know where to go from that. Like,
Well, I actually would love to ask
yeah.
about, you're all obviously doing other things, so many other things. Can you each tell us about everything else that you're doing? You all do so much. I mean, take your time. But yeah, you're all creative artists. You all work in other bands and releasing really cool things.
for the people that don't know, we'd love to yap about that.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Yeah, well, I play like in religious observance as well. I play bass, no vocals. So I've been with them for like a few years now, I think. And outside of that, I study design and I do illustration. Yeah.
Yeah. And you've done the T-shirts for religious observance as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have actually. I've done a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good stuff.
Yeah, I have my own painting practice outside of all this too, but then also playing in World at a Glance and write for that. And it's funny, like also like with Vvarp as well, it's like a similar kind of idea of like conceptual aspects of playing, but yeah, more like I guess in a neo-crusty post-metal type sense. But then I can't sit still for very long, so I need to always be doing something. So there's too many things to list. But there's a Loxolon, and then there's Millimeter Wave, and something else. Yeah, there's graphic design in there as well. And I keep myself busy because otherwise the thoughts come. Need to quell those things.
Prevent a thought from occurring.
So 1,000 projects. There's a couple of new projects that are on the rise as well, and playing shows soon. And it's mostly to do with like scrams and stuff like that. But, yeah.
I also play in this band called Triumphs. That's like an instrumental two-piece thing. They're like mainly based in New Zealand. So I'm from New Zealand and I moved here. And got that when we played a 10-year anniversary of this album we had like at the end of the last year. So did that. And outside of playing in bands and stuff, I also like make little films, things like that. So yeah, just doing that sort of thing. Making movies and music.
A great combination of skills across the board for everything that you're doing.
It is helpful, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes it easier for when like something like this, when we were making the album, like how it was very easy to translate ideas as a collective group in that sense. Like it was just, it was long-winded and it took a long time, but it was easy to be on board with everything because we were like all on the same page already.
Yeah. It's kind of nice when you can keep, like, obviously apart from like recording, mixing, mastering, like to keep most things like in-house is kind of nice. Like that it feels much more personal. I think you put everything into it. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think generally an audience can tell as well when it is the heart and passion of, a group of people working together. All on the inside. It's really cool. How did you guys come together? I feel like we could have started on that almost, like, because you have such good skill sets that work together and you clearly collaborate well together. How did you get in contact with each other?
What's the origin story?
Well, me and John used to play in a band together called Dark Temple, and that dissolved. John already had this idea for Vvarp. He had these riffs that he'd written and asked me if I wanted to play bass and if I knew any drummers. And I've known Scott for a really long time. And I was like, Scott's an amazing drummer. So I was like, I know just the person. So.
And I'd also been going to watch you play in Dark Temple as well. And it was kind of, this weird kind of like timing thing as well, which was good. Yeah. So it was good. Not to say it was good that it dissolved, but then we came from it. But
it happened really naturally. I reckon. It did. It just all happened at the right time.
Again, just people being on the same page.
Yeah.
Even with the first record, it was just easy.
Yeah, it was
to translate that.
So that's the origin story.
Yeah,
there it is.
It's a good one.
We normally ask. We were talking about venues earlier before we started recording. We normally ask, what are your favourite venues to play, either in Melbourne or further away?
As a collective group or just individually?
Either or.
Oh, true.
As a band, is there a favourite venue that you like playing in Melbourne? They're all great.
I feel like we haven't played enough shows to really
probably be more outside of that.
I remember seeing you play at Cactus once, and because that room's kind of like skinny but tall, it sounded enormous in there. That was a really cool one.
It does sound really good in there, actually.
That was a good, I do remember that show quite well.
And we used to practice there quite a lot as well. Right. So it's kind of funny just to be like, all of a sudden there's people in the room that you're actually practicing in.
Yeah.
So no, I do really like that place.
Yeah.
I like shot kickers as well. I
Yeah.
like how it sounds.
Yeah, it sounds great though.
I've always
Yeah.
liked how it sounds, and
Yeah.
like I was stoked to be able to play there.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Like Nighthawks was good. Like
yeah.
I like going there generally. I just like that as a room. It can be sometimes like a bit like you know, up and down depending on how you go with it. But generally I feel like that as a space is good.
Mm,
But yeah, Shot Kickers was good.
yeah.
I feel like I'm trying to think of other shows we played. Yeah. Like, I
If
feel
there's
like
any that you've played outside of Warp that are your favourite?
the Toad Downstairs show that we played, I think with Sunder, I think
Mm.
was a really
Oh,
good
It was
one.
cool to play
Yeah.
That was a ripper one. Because like I think if I recall, because the lighting rig on that stage is really nice. So
Yeah, it is really nice.
like I vaguely recall like the lighting for that show, we were like, it was like full shellac style, like just yellow light, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but I feel like it was just like stark. There was no like crazy lighting. It's really simple, just big speakers and shit. So yeah,
Mm,
I feel like there's quite a few. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Are there any that you would like to play in? You know, you don't play that many shows, but it's just something you can agree on that you would love to experience.
I really like the vibe of the Toffin Town. Like I saw Dread Majesty play there like a long time ago, and it felt like, I don't know, a David Lynch film or something.
Yeah, those red
Just-
curtains.
Yeah, just like such a
Yeah.
cool vibe. So yeah, maybe for me.
Mm,
And they started having more shows there. There was a hardcore show there just the other day, and then Stupid Fuck played there as
Yeah.
well. And
With a Zumba, clown Zumba.
Yeah, the Zumba,
We was
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about that before.
yeah, and,
what?
that's a whole nother story.
I haven't
work
been to
with the
Toffin
bass.
so
I work with
long.
the bass player, and it's just I hear the stories about how all that stuff developed. He sent me like the Zumba recordings before it, and I was just like, "This is fucking insanity."
Sounds like a fever dream, doesn't
It
it?
is.
Like,
It is quite, but it's actually quite meticulous. Like they're also in that same sort of camp of they all play in like millions of other projects, and they're always kind of creating and collaborative and stuff without getting away from what we're doing and talking about. But yeah, similar thing. It just nutty. Like just has explored till the cows come home. And yeah, but yeah, I really like the top for that reason. It's just beautiful. And yeah, they're having more shows there, which is nice. So like I like
So
something out of the ordinary.
keep our eyes open for a Warp show at the top.
Or hopefully, I don't even know how to book it, eh?
There you go.
I'll have to look into that.
Another question that I don't know if you've seen any episodes that we've done before, but when we start to get a little bit silly,
that never happens.
it's so professional. One of our favourite questions, which I think Mikey and Dom kind of helped start.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it's the "What the fuck is up, Denny's" video
Oh,
where they're all
yeah.
playing in the
Classic.
Denny's, right? The gig that we all wish we were at.
yes.
If you could, as Warp, create your lineup and venue for your Denny's moment, what does it look like? Who's playing? Anywhere,
It would have to be something esoteric for sure.
obviously.
Yeah, I love a bill of like different bands from different genres. So something really weird.
I'd love to play in a church.
Yeah.
Big
I
time.
think that would be
Yeah,
cool.
totally.
Yeah.
That's a good move. Like maybe one of these the Greek Orthodox churches.
Yeah.
That's really good with the chanting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Maybe like a special Warp set with extra vocal.
Extra
Yeah. Yes.
Cool elements. Yeah.
Greek
That'd be
Orthodox
good.
hymn.
Bring in the
Yes.
organ.
That'd be cool. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Get someone
Visually,
playing.
that would also
Yeah.
be
That's it.
remarkable.
Well, that's
Be very
it. It just
cool.
plays into the same thing that we're
Yeah.
trying to exude.
I went to my friend's wedding who he married a Greek person, and the vocals in there were like truly
Yeah.
insane. Heard nothing like it. So yeah, that'd be
Great
great.
wedding's great.
Yeah.
Warp Greek Orthodox wedding
Yeah.
Passover
Shame
gig.
we don't know who's getting married.
Get someone playing the organ in there as well. We'll add like,
Oh,
an organ
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe
Organ would
get a
be
bit of
sick.
eyes wide shut type sort of
Or
vibe in
even-
there too.
Yeah.
I feel like even like a cinema would be really good
That's
for
true.
like as like
Yeah.
I really like to hear my eyes people. So like how they do.
Yes.
I think if fucking anyone's watching from that, I doubt it, but like I'll just point to the camera. But, I mean that would be fun.
We'll
like
do it.
as like a scoring for film in that
Yeah.
sense would be.
What film comes to
That would-
mind?
I mean, you could do like a classic Wicker Man, but we could
Yes.
also do a really kind of like lesser known like
Yeah.
folk horror
Accent or
thing.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be
Like
pretty.
a classic kind of like 60s type sort of one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in terms of bands, it'd be like more collaborative. I feel like it would have to be like an event.
Yeah.
That'd be
Not
cool.
your standard rock show kind of thing.
Yeah.
At least in my eyes, at least. I can't speak for these two, but
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, no,
that
I
just
agree.
translates for us, I feel
It's
like.
a
Something
concept.
complicated.
Yeah, something hard.
While we
Difficult.
didn't prep you for that question, you
Yeah.
all immediately answered that so collectively.
Yeah.
It speaks volumes about how you work together as a band. Hear my eyes. This is the next show.
Yeah.
The movie that's playing.
Get the rights.
The
come on.
Greek church. It's
We're
all
waiting
on.
for the email.
Yes. Yeah.
The third album isn't recorded in a Greek Orthodox church. I'll be
Yeah,
pretty
true.
disappointed. Seems pretty complicated
Or maybe
to
like a
organize.
rural
You guys love
outback
complicated.
church or chapel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There would be some regional church out
They
there.
do exist.
Totally.
They
Yeah.
definitely do exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely do exist.
If anybody watching with a regional church has a
Most
date available.
Most of the viewer base has a regional church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know the analytics. Yeah.
Specifically regional church owners.
I'm looking at you, yes.
It's a great idea. Road
Yeah.
trip. Yeah.
Could be good.
That's probably my favourite answer that we've had on this so far,
cheers.
actually.
Hell yeah.
So thought out without being prepped at all. We've had some really fun answers. Like, obviously, Ishua wanted to do
Yeah.
an Aljana.
Straight up.
Those
yeah.
boys
That's
love
amazing.
Aljana.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the Droid boys wanted
So
they-
quickly the
a
answer.
quarry.
Yeah.
Quarry is good.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That's
Yeah.
a great one.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And Mannequin Death Squad, a pancake parlour.
True.
Oh, that's good.
Purely for the
I was
pancakes.
going to say not for the Scientology or
Just the
Seventh-day
pancakes.
Adventist.
Just the pancakes. Just the pancakes.
Yeah. I remember. I
The
think
Swiss Mountain malts go hard.
Skin Thief wanted to do it at a shopping center just to like fuck shit up, basically,
Yeah.
which was quite funny.
Yeah.
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 It's cool.
All good answers.
Yeah.
There are no
Very.
bad answers to that question.
Just have to go to Fountain Gate for that one, I reckon, for the shopping
Oh,
centre.
Yeah.
It has to
Fountain
be Fountain
Lakes
Gate.
outside
Corey
the
Worthington. I
purveyor
was
of fine
weirdly
meats.
thinking about that today.
Yeah.
Is he the guy with the glasses?
The
Yes.
glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The,
We got that
the
one.
hair and the
Lived a town
cap on.
over.
We got that one in New Zealand as well.
Did you go
Oh,
to
cool.
Corey Worthington's party?
No, my mum was very worried about it though. My mum thought they were going to come to our house. I'm
Why?
not kidding. Like, well, we used to live across from like some younger people who were like had parties every week.
Mm.
Sorry, this is a detraction, but
No, bring it in.
It was weird because a friend brought it up today that I lived near it. Obviously, I was like a young kid, so but, like, yeah, Corey Worthington somehow was going to.
That guy's
My mum was very worried about a lot of
face is
things.
burnt into my memory.
Mad, isn't it? I'm the same.
And he
I
got
can
bashed
see the
at Fountain Gate.
glasses and then the fluffy
Yeah.
hoodie thing.
Have you seen
Whatever
him
it was.
lately?
No.
Not good.
How's it? Okay.
Well,
Where
he's
is he
here.
now?
He's coming on.
He's on the pod.
I'm ready. I'm ready. He didn't come to my house, so I was pretty disappointed. But no, he's pretty cooked these days, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe don't publish that in case he comes for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Redact.
Redact that.
Redact
Specific
that.
comment.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
Man, Corey
scary.
Worthington and his party. I'm glad we brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a bit of an aside, but
It's back in the memory now.
yeah, you got to keep those things.
I like the idea of parents being scared of Corey Worthington, like it's like
It was-
just a
it was-
Krampus-like figure or something. Just
yeah,
like,
it was.
Just shutting the curtains.
Yeah, I know.
He's never getting in.
It was kind of like a weird thing. Like it was just. I remember being awake at like my mum was very worried about a lot of things, and so am I guess. But but Corey Worthington wasn't one of them. But yeah, like yeah, I think it was mainly because of our neighbours. They were just having like raucous parties and shit. And, you know,
Yeah.
I just like looking through your blinds kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? You know,
There goes the
and Corey
neighborhood.
Worthington's going to show up.
The concept of like being worried about this guy who like doesn't know who you are
No, exactly. Yeah, and even though I was like literally, I was probably like
coming to you.
not even like 10 years old. I was like, Mum, why would they come here?
They're just going to pick random houses. This is the next party.
Yeah. Who are you, McClatchy family? Fuck.
oh,
My God. And they never came.
No, never
Okay.
did. Luckily,
Until today.
touch wood.
After this episode airs, they'll be
I'm
knocking
bashed.
on the
I'm so
doors.
bashed. It's funny.
We'll get him on the next episode
Please
of the pod.
don't.
Yeah.
You can publish Scott's like phone number.
Yeah. Scott's address will be listed
Yeah.
on the episode. Yeah.
I'm ready, Corey.
So we're no
Corey's a
longer
big-
redacting this. We're just keeping it. Yeah, you're just.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess we redacted the redaction.
Just put a bunch of sensors over every
Yeah.
I think everyone gets one redaction, but you can use your redaction to override someone else's redaction. So I'm overriding.
Fuck on that.
Whoa.
I'm overriding your redaction. Corey Worthington is seeing this.
Wow. Just be careful of swearing. This is a Greek Orthodox pod. So
True, yeah,
this is
true.
true.
Yeah. And it is being recorded on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
do like the redaction. I approve.
Introducing new rules as the game goes on. Rogue,
Yeah.
but I'm into it.
Yeah. There's 2 redactions.
The
used
podcast
up.
rule set.
Yeah.
Mm.
Rule book out the window. We don't have a book. The rule
D&D
iPad
style
out the window.
podcast type game.
Mhm. Yeah, everyone's allowed to bring one rule into the game.
I guess that's ours. Redacted.
Redacted,
Yeah.
redacted.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, that's cool. We'll do a Hook, Riff and Banger board game. And there's a Greek Orthodox church and an Alexander and a quarry.
And one redacts the other.
Corey Worthington.
Is Corey Worthington a game piece? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He could be an
Monopoly
enemy.
style.
Yeah, you can play as him.
I want to be the bearded bald guy. Said no one.
Oh.
There's nothing wrong with bald guys.
Thanks.
So let's get a few more beers for Scott.
No. That's bad.
The redactions have been redacted.
It'll turn into Tim and Eric so fast.
I'm okay with that.
We
No.
would love that.
Yeah, please.
Big Tim and Eric fans over here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Great job.
I've been rewatching Tim and Eric actually recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite. It's weirdly. Has it been popping up on your Instagram feed as much as it has for mine? Oh, you got rid of it.
Got rid of my
Yeah, that's
Instagram
right.
Nice.
famously. But just good to get that out there for everyone else.
Yeah.
In case you're looking for me. But yeah, I think it's just recently come onto a streaming service that I don't want to promote.
Oh,
So
true.
yeah.
What?
That explains it.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Because I've been seeing a lot of. It's been popping up in my feed a lot, and I've been reminded how much I love that show.
Yeah.
And how fantastic it is.
It's- I'm happy and
still relevant
sad.
to
I'm
me.
happy that it's.
It's cooked.
Mm.
No, I love Tim and Eric so much.
Yeah.
Mm.
It makes me a little sad that it's on a streaming service though. I feel like if you didn't torrent them,
You didn't watch them.
you
You know, it's your
didn't. You
thing.
don't get to watch them.
Yeah.
I'm still plugging in my USB drive with my torrented files. Shout out to Pirate Bay. Thanks so much.
Tim Heideck would be so mad at you. He goes after people for
Oh
torrenting.
shit! Sorry, cut that.
So, yeah.
It was a long
Right,
time
yeah.
ago, but we can't. Not the streamers. Get out of there. But it's the best show ever.
Yeah, it's so mad. So
Yeah.
wild.
It's a special one.
It's like 20 years old,
Mm.
which is kind of
Oh,
a little
whoa.
bit tough.
Say
That's
that.
wild.
It's a tough
It's
thing
tough.
to realize.
Whoa!
Yeah.
My back just started hurting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you redact? Actually, I can redact that.
Yeah,
Oh,
can you get a redact?
We don't want to talk
Yeah.
about how old we are.
Yeah.
We don't
No,
wanna do that. We don't wanna do that.
ageless.
It's not like we mentioned Corey Worthington or nothing.
No.
Because the kids are all talking about
Yeah, exactly.
Worthington.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's on streaming now. Yeah.
Folklore hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's our wicker man.
Yeah.
We got Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
My God. Yeah, Tim and Eric is the best show that's ever existed on this earth.
Mhm.
I'd love to get Tim and Eric on the pod.
I think that's possible.
I think
I mean, considering Eric Warheim did the Food and Wine Festival,
Yeah,
I remember
he's been
that.
talking
Couple
about
years ago.
Palmers.
Mm.
I remember that.
Yes. Yes. They nearly went. It was very expensive.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I wasn't willing to. They did, like, in that same thing, they did a DJ set at the now no longer exist Liberty Social, I think it was like in Flinders Lane.
Yeah.
And it was like DJ Doug Pound, Eric
Oh, my
Warheim.
God.
And then they did like a Tim and Eric something related. And then he, a few years later, did the Food and Wine Festival.
Wow.
So they're around.
Mm.
They do come here a fair bit.
Speaking of the top, I saw David Lieberhart at the top.
I did all his visuals for that tour.
We talked about this.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's
That's
they-
right. You got a
And they
little
didn't
shafted.
fucking pay me.
Ooh.
So screw them.
Well, yeah,
It was fun.
I almost had a nervous breakdown at that fucking show. It
was
just
hectic.
really got me. It really got us. It just broke me.
Yeah, it was
Not
hectic.
in a good way.
Working on the visuals too was hectic because it was like a prior to the show, and it was just like, I was like, what am I doing with my life at this point?
I felt that when I was at the show that I got the ticket for.
Did I feel like Mandek Penhart? No, he didn't play that one. No, but yeah, it's still cooked.
Yeah.
What visuals did you have to do? Because, like, his
They were
stuff's
so
wild.
like they had like all these like it was basically his set.
Yeah.
I worked really hard on it too. Like I spent a fair few days working on it. And they're basically like just kind of like over the top, hyper. They're very flashy. Only one of the film clips still exists, which is Lorette doesn't want me to look at porn. And it's really low quality because I didn't know anything about editing or things. So the quality of it's like really shit. But all the rest of it's lost time. I made like a gym workout video, all from VHS again as well that I had. I still have a lot of the tapes from that, but it was fried. It was like a whole set of just like, because they had like the visuals tied with the music and then he would perform. And yeah, they didn't even give me a ticket to go.
That's insane.
No,
That's so
like
bad.
I just ended up, I was a baker at the time. So I just like, well, I guess I'm just going to work then. So I just didn't go.
Oh.
It's pretty brutal. I was pretty sad about it actually. But you know, you live in your lane.
That's rough. I am glad we've circled to Tim and Eric though, because as soon as you were talking about the music video with the VHS tapes, like I remember listening to, I think it was Dog Pound did the editing for Tim and Eric. And I remember listening to an interview about him doing it that way. And it was the first thought that went to my head when you were talking about it. It's like, oh, it's like Tim and Eric. It was very funny.
It's really funny that you think that. It's more funny that because like I love Tim and Eric, and I reckon it's like a huge influence. But I'm like, I don't see it in the doom metal side of things too much. But it's nice that you do.
Yeah, we're
Not so directly.
Absolutely not so directly, but just the process.
Byproduct of our time.
Yeah.
But hugely important.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's cool.
God, we covered some ground. That show was fucked anyway. I feel like you didn't miss anything because it actually made me feel like I was losing my mind.
Everyone has that one sketch that's like, I can't watch that. Mine's the Make My Bubs Bounce.
Oh, that's hard. That's a hard
that
watch.
one. That was the first one I ever saw too. And I hope I never have to look at it again.
Let's talk about our favourite Tim and Eric sketches.
3T Scroat.
Easy. I, for the longest time, always had a hard time watching Casey do anything. But now,
so hard to watch.
big fan.
But the Josh Groban version of
his covers are great. They're so perfect.
I was thinking about that.
Foughten with Will.
Foughten with Will.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
I'm a demon. That one's incredible.
Anything else?
I'm derailing this so far. Not so great. I'm sorry.
Toilets.
Yeah,
Don't you flush?
Leave them in there for me to inspect.
Those logs.
I want to see
God.
what you've done.
There's a lot of horrible toilet humor, like the diarrhea pants. And any of the Cinco products.
The diarrhea thing where it's like you poo and it's like it's got the tube that goes out the top and it comes out this like funnel right into the urinal.
Yes.
It's
way more convenient.
It's so horrible.
Actually, the movie, which wasn't my favourite thing in the world.
$1 Million movie.
Yeah, like it's fine.
It's a hard watch.
The washing of the toot roll and the pegging it up just fuck me.
Oh. Tim and Eric did a commentary of that recently, so that like the film's playing and they're just talking over it. That's really fun. Like it's hard to watch because the film's hard to watch.
It is
I love it. Don't get me wrong, but
It's a fucking hard watch.
Difficult.
I don't think I've ever made it through the entire movie.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to watch that because that would mean I have to watch the movie.
I think it's best left in the past. The comedy special's better.
Yeah.
Tim Heidecker's comedy special. That one's
Sorry, I'm interrupting because I've realised what my favourite Tim and Eric sketch
Nice.
is, and that is computer, can I get a nude Tang?
Oh, yes, Paul Rudd, yeah.
Paul Rudd's,
Yeah.
that was the best
Your
one.
wife's calling. It's an emergency.
Florida style.
We got important work to do.
This is kind of like what I reckon like the future of white collar work is going to be after like AI really hits.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that
It
sketch.
feels
And
like
back
it
to
already.
physical media too.
God.
Can only hope.
Well, fingers crossed.
If we could generate a new Tame, that would be good.
It's so incredible.
Yeah.
I love this hole we're in.
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't know how to get out of this hole.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You got a new show coming up.
Yes. There'll be no Tim and Eric related stuff for that.
Save it for album 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Witchskull.
With Witchskull, yeah. That's the big show.
Yeah.
The big rock show.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. Last Chance, April 4th.
Should be weird to play Last Chance with. I feel like we've only ever played our first show was the front bar. Was that
It was.
It was actually. It was
Which
like
is-
a daytime show on
I
a
don't think we've ever
Sunday.
Have we ever played Last Chance since then?
Yeah, we played a one of these Wednesday
Oh, we did.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is with Crisis.
Yeah.
Shipyard.
Shipyard, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mm,
So yeah, it'd be cool to go back.
Yeah.
I love playing that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we played with Witchskull before, and it's cool to play with them again. They're very, very cool.
Yeah, they are very cool.
Like such a cool group.
Mm-hmm.
Big riff.
Big riffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big riffs, big weekend of doom over the Easter weekend. Hopefully,
Yeah,
you
Yeah, I
know.
forgot that it was Easter that
Yeah.
weekend too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Obviously, we'll be opening the show with a prayer.
yeah,
Thank you.
the Greek thought
Yeah,
that.
thank
The Greek Orthodox prayer. Yeah.
Chanting.
Yeah.
Definitely be chanting. Yeah.
Bring your own rosary beads.
Ah, yes.
Not at the
We
merch
can't
stand.
supply that.
Not at the merch
We don't have
table?
a budget for that.
Fair
Mm.
enough.
It'll be a good show.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we've got on the horizon till
Yeah, it is.
the next phase of things.
Till the next
Yeah.
phase.
Yeah, which
The Ascension.
What is
yeah.
are there secrets you want to tell us?
I've got no secret.
What's in on
No.
the
No,
Make up a
Not yet.
secret. Make up a secret.
Yeah.
Whisperings and
Just the Ascension. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
that's
call
right.
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say
And then
too
there's
much.
In the dark.
Yeah. The next stage of human evolution.
Yeah.
AI.
Or something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully
We
something
have to get
else.
to that.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we're going to see you at Last Chance on the 4th of April.
Mhm. Yes, please.
Album, can you still get physical copies anywhere? Or are they all sold out?
They're all gone as far as I
All
know.
gone?
Yeah, they are.
Nice.
Unfortunately, you can buy a digital copy.
Yeah.
Cool.
On Bandcamp?
Yeah.
Yay.
We still have physical copies of the first record that
Yeah.
got like put on vinyl for the first time.
Yep.
Mhm.
So there's some of those.
Cool.
But yeah, otherwise it's just scalpers. Or
Unfortunately, you have to go through Discogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Support your local scalper.
any record labels watching this, let us know if you want to do a repress, because that would be cool.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming. This has been really cool.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having us.
Yeah,
really
I've
nice.
been
thank
chatting to
you.
you for ages.
Yeah, it's been really nice to hear about your process, and
Cheers.
yeah, it's really cool. Really cool what you guys are doing.
Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you.
doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for having us.
Amazing.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for telling us all about Corey Withington.
Yeah, that was an aside, sorry.
No, I love
I
it.
got kind of lost off track.
I love a side quest.
Yeah. And then Tim and Eric, so thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.